Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we've taken a trip back to the Platinum Mythic list and pulled off a Rakdos control deck. It's pretty interesting. I always like my Rakdoses to be kind of aggro. They get out there to sort of blow things away and sending in hasty creatures. This one doesn't do any of that. It's pretty much just control the board, control the board, control the board. Boom! If that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, 42nd runner-up to the Mr. Universe contest. It's amazing what you can win by just showing up. Dr. Yukon Suckett. Yes, thank you. You're too kind. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Suckett. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Magic GG on the Platinum Mythic list. And they don't have names over there, so I called it Rakdos Control. Rakdos Control. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at the cards that are in this deck. We'll talk a little bit about how the deck should play, and then we'll go out and we will crush some hopes and dreams. All right, so what do we got? We got creature kill, creature and planeswalker kill, mana ramp, essentially. We got board wipe, mana ramp and life gain and card draw. We got a dude that's a flying 6/6, but after 4 turns, if you haven't killed them, you'll die. Anytime a creature they control dies, they lose 2 for each creature. So between this and like Brotherhood End or burn down the house, you might be able to do a tremendous amount of damage. Big scores, card draw with a little bit of treasures, and yeah, that's it. Burn down the house does 5 points of damage to each creature and planeswalker, or you create 3 devils with it. Chandra's Hope comes out as a planeswalker. Whenever you play an instant or sorcery, you copy it and you do it again. So that means 2 burn down the houses, 2 Brotherhoods in, 2 big scores, 2 go for the throats. Lots of good stuff there. You just got to have her out. Otherwise, she provides mana. You can exile 5 cards in your library and play them until the end of your next turn, or you can use her to do X damage to up to 2 different targets, and she comes out with 5, so it could be potentially up to 5 damage to 2 targets. Okay, she's a little monster. Breach the Multiverse. Each player mills 10 cards. If you have this out, then you'll mill 20 cards, and then you get to pick a creature or planeswalker from each player's graveyard. You put them directly into the battlefield under your control. Let's talk about Etali. Etali comes into play, and each player exiles from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. And you may cast any number of spells from amongst those non-land cards, which will only be 1 apiece, without paying their mana cost. So Breach the Multiverse and Etali will get you a lot of value. Virtue Persistence for 2 will do -3 to some creature, and you gain 2 life. You got 7, then at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to pull a creature from a graveyard and put it back into the battlefield. That just happens to be Etali. More power to you. We got a truckload of lands. We got a lot of land kill in here. With man lands, it's not so bad. One of the things that's also nice is that you can use these to kill any sort of non-basic land your opponent has, and then go get something you may need. You got a bunch of reds and not enough blacks. You can use these to kill just anything they got, so you can go get another black or something. We got incredibly slow lands. We got fast later on, fast slow, early on, and we got ones that create spirits or return things from the graveyard. All right, so that's it. What are we going to do with this thing? We're going to control the board, as you can see, while we're drawing cards and ramping up our mana, and eventually start coming in hot on them with Archfiend of the Dross, and then boom, boom, boom goes the room with our 7 mana guys. So it's pretty much control, 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 boom. 2 different phases of the game. All right, and we'll get to it as early as we can with the ramp we got going on. All right, so before we go out and cause our trouble, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of our hearts, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. Oh, we're playing against Maion. Keep. Alright, let's go 4 mana. It'll get us into the Archfiend. Three. I think he wants me to put something out. What are you coming after there? You should take burn down the house, otherwise I'll just burn down the house. There you go. The big thing is if you actually block him, I'm in a serious situation there. Might have to kill my own Archfiend or else I'll kill myself. Alright, well, I got all the mana I need. I just have to get to 7 now. You're looking for cards. Yeah, losing life is a bad deal for you at this point. Whoa, each opponent, huh? I'm gonna say if I could use that to kill Archfiend, that'd be super great, but coming in. We got one blocker, man. Alright, we're done. Our Archfiend is starting to freak me out. Let's go. I mean, sure, you're pumping. I'm going to burn down the house like crazy. But you'll have a 7/6 after you're done. You can always put Etali out. Alright. He's going to have 2 guys that can... No, one will... They'll all die except for one. Alright, cool. Got 2 left. Alright, I don't need to. Nick's still in. And we win! Alright, Archfiend, you just... Whoo! Earned it for yourself right there. Victory! Alright, playing against Josh. How you doing, Josh? That's not a real name, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of 5-ish. A lot of mana. Let's go black. Yeah, let's go for this one. I know we're kind of tipping our hands and we got nothing better to do, but let's do it. Okay, Virtue Persistence is up on deck. Let's just make use of it. You are the devil. Next thing I have to do is burn down this stupid house. Alright, your little boy can live for another turn. I'll use my control here to make sure that my opponent's creatures never exist. He killed himself. All right, 1 point of damage. And that's it for us. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I could have put it out Chandra that turn. Field Ruin, sure. Ooh, you play something tricksy? Nope, nothing tricksy for you. I will take the action. We got ourselves a land. Oh, we got to get rid of something, all right? Yeah, Field of Ruin. Another land. All right, can we just kill these little dudes? Let's just do that. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can start to put up Virtue Persistence. One, two. Do it again. All right. We got a lot of things to dig into once we get the Virtue Persistence out. I'm going for Glissa first. Oh, at the devil. The devil. That was my future. All right, let's Archfiend it. Let's start growing and showing. All right, so I want to Breach the Multiverse. Next turn sounds really good for that. And we win. And we win! Victory! Alright, we are playing against DatDudeDon. Perfectly cromulent name where I come from. Dat. Keep. Turn off the dragon. Put out the slow land. We got control, and a 7. Alright, a little bit more control. Nope. And we're good. Next turn we put out Archfiend. What's he playing? He's playing green, so he's not going to have a good effect for Archfiend here. I mean, he could get out with a fight, but he's going to have to get somebody out. I'll just kill it. Because that's how I am. Controlling. We're good to go. All right, 2 more hits and we're out of here. We got 5. We need 2 more for Breach the Multiverse. Once lands. Nice Brotherhood's in, should do well. And in for 6. Alright, he's trying to play some combo crap on me here. Alright, he's gonna be dead. Alright, we win! Victory! Alright, played against Phaoz. El Fazo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's expensive. Got to get up to 4, which will get us a big score, which will then get us nowhere. Gain a lot of life. Grab a red, it's just as good as anything at this point. Yikes. Alright, next turn we've got to burn down the house. Let's survive. Should be 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll have 2 life left. Looking forward to wiping the board. It'll be fun. I just have to survive. 1 life left. Jeez, people. I got 7. I think as Breach the Multiverse is the way to go. It's 1 against 30 life points. He's got plenty of mana and he's got plenty of guys. Etali's probably better if I have to defend myself against guys. It only takes one of his guys to hit me to die. All right, there we go. He's got enough. Let's... What do we do about this here? We got to roll the dice. All right, both these sound good. One, two, three, four. All right, now we got a little bit of life gain. He's gonna have a guy that can come out. But we'll just have to see. I mean, I can kill it off with Chandra's Hope. Oh, except for it'll be a 2-2. Chandra's Hope's too weak to be able to kill it. Twice! I'm thinking it's life gain is what I want. Yeah, sure, okay. And we'll shoot him and him in the head. All in. Sweet, sweet life. Ooh, I can feel it coursing through my veins. And we win. There we go. That guy probably wasn't even checked in for the last 2 turns, but that's what you get, hippie. Alright, playing against Kicious. 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 Keep. Alright. Big score, big score. All right, we're seeing Gruul started up here too. We're just playing Gruul dinosaurs. You cannot help. We're dead. All right, what are we going to get rid of here? That one. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to keep it around, unfortunately. He's going for his dinosaur, big boys. That's not so much. Auto pay! Hopefully get something good from his side. Yeah, okay. We'll play... Gotta grab this one first. So this one can resolve first. And there we go. In your face, Doogie Jones. Doogie Howser. There we go. All right, we're playing against Bat Cal 45. No, this land is not appropriate. That's much more appropriate. We need to grow. Alright, so we have a guy we can kill. That's totally cool. Let's kill him. There we go, 22-20, we're winning. Alright, we're playing against Aggro Boros there. 5 and 6, and that's 7. We got 6 lands, so we can definitely play through everything in our hand. Better go kill that man land up there. All right, we need... Got double black, got double red, so it doesn't really matter what we grab. I have black in my hand, so we'll take red. Okay, we got the full 7. We can play everything we got. We can wipe the board at any time. They'll take out Chandra, so we got to wait to put Chandra out until we got burning down the house. All right, so this pumps you up. All you guys are about to die. Oh, now I'm losing. All right, Chandra, it's going to be up to you. All right, there is that. Oh, I ended up being slow because of it. Let's just go and kill something. There we go. Everything went off because I put out a slow one. I had my whole plan. It's all thrown off now. Wish you didn't have to do each. I think you should get... I guess you're right. So I get to essentially do like 8 points of damage here for the price of 4. I'm gonna say I wish I could just use 2 and 4, but I was like, oh, slipping out another one. Oh, good for you. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't have the Virtue of Persistence out yet. I didn't expect to be playing that. You keep it alive somehow? Nope. Sacrifice it. Sacrifice it. All right, that's pretty much the extent of our control right there. I got 1 card left. My next play is going to be really boring. Don't have anything to kill it, please. Keeping this just so I can... He's going to kill it. Oh, the humanity. I need this so that I can cycle it. Or we can do this. Yeah, baby, yeah. And a win. Breach the Multiverse, man. 50% of the time, you win immediately. Victory! Alright, so we are with Rakdos Control. It was an incredibly cool deck. It was fun. It was a little boring in that, well, it was Control. That's the reason why it was boring. But other than that, I mean, it was solid. We'll talk about why it was so good when we get to the win rate conversation. Alright, so let's talk about who is the MVP, the most valuable player. In a deck like this, it's big score. Big score is the biggest, is the MVP. You know who's the biggest traitor that's going to stab you in the back? It's Archfiend of the Dross. That guy is so attractive. Look at him. All out there being practically fleshless with squiggly muscle arms flying around. Oh, that guy is so hot right now. But man, he's only out there for 4 turns. And if you don't finish the other person off, you're dead. He'll kill you. He will kill you. And you have to keep like your own, like, you can't even use shoulders. There's no way. You have nothing to kill him with. You have nothing to kill your own guy with in your own hand. That's just such a sick situation. You can't, you have to kill your own guy. And then when you don't have the ability to do it. But Archfiend, it's all it takes, man, really, is he's got to get 3 solid hits in. Or you got to have other people helping out. And this deck doesn't have a lot of help going after your opponent, at least till you get to the big thing. So if you get this guy out too early, he's death. So he's the anti-MVP. He's so good. He is so good. Yet he will slit your throat. All right, so MVP, big score. Why is that? Because it escalates you from 4 to 6 immediately, which immediately jumps you into Chandra's Hope, you know, and then most likely you'll have that 7th mana, so you can do any of these other 3. And all you need to do is, is pop out Etali or Virtue Persistent or Breach the Multiverse. And those are nothing but value, extreme value cards right there. So yeah, this is what jumps you from 4 to 7 practically. I'm kind of, that 7th one, it's kind of hit or miss. But man, yeah, that big score is what the deal is. Plus you're drawing 2 cards. Most likely, if you need a 7th mana, it'll be in the 2 you draw. It just always seems to work out very well that way. All right, so big score, you're going to Disneyland. Congratulations. Was this deck competitive? Okay, I played it 11 times. I lost twice. I have an 82% win rate. This is a competitive deck. I did pick it up off the Platinum Mythic list, so that therefore it pretty much is automatically a competitive deck. I proved it competitive. Yeah, this deck's totally ready to go. Pack it up. Take it out to dinner because this is going to be one of your best friends. All right, was this deck fun? All right, so was it fun? This deck was, visually, it's eye candy. I mean, look at this. Chandra's Hope, nothing but flames. Look at that. That's how I imagine I am all the time. Just wreathed in flames like that. Burn down the house. That's what I do when I walk through a neighborhood. Just set everything on fire. Not intentionally. I don't mean it in, mean. It just happens because I'm covered in fire, baby. Breach the Multiverse. Virtue Persistence. I mean, it's just such a glorious deck. Archfiend. Brotherhood's End. I mean, it's just so good. Nothing but just like board wipey, kind of burning things down. Super creature kills. This just has Dr. Suckit written all over it. But it's a control deck, which means that we're just going to be sitting there just killing people, which is kind of fun. Killing. Anything with the damage of 3 or less is dead. We got a little bit of ramp going on in here, and that these 3 guys are really ramp right there, getting us down to burn down the house. So basically, it's just like, all right, we get to the point where we got 3 mana, burn everything down. Get up to 5 mana, burn everything down again. Then we get up to 7 mana, and we start actually playing the game. So, that's why this deck it's a little bit boring, and I'd say, is it fun? Yes. Why? What keeps it fun? The fact that we keep destroying creatures and just clearing the board. When you're the one that's lighting the fuse and boom, boom, boom goes the room, yeah, it could be a little bit on the fun side. We're not really attacking. We're not doing damage to your opponent. We're not making much forward momentum. But we're definitely keeping the gameplay static until you can get to your 6s and your 7s, that kind of thing. All right, was this deck interesting? I mean, it's made up of a bunch of old cards. Virtue Persistence being one of the newer ones out of Eldraine. I don't think I see anything in here that came from, I can't remember the name of what it is, but Ixalan. There's no Ixalan cards in here. But yet it is, like I said, it's interesting because it's just Rakdos candy cards. I mean, it's just such a glorious thing. When I saw this particular lineup and Burn Down the House and Archfiend the Dross, I knew I had to play it. I just love those cards so much. It just called to me and it had to be done. But yeah, there's nothing particularly new. It's a little bit on the cliche side, but it's just so delicious. That's all I can say about that. All right, so let's add that up. Was this deck competitive? Yes, it was. Was this deck fun? Yeah, for the most part, it was. And lastly, was it interesting? It's not tribal. It's not any new synergies. But I did enjoy the fact that it, what am I trying to say? It held the gun and then came to it. It had distinct phases. It wasn't mixed. It wasn't anything like that. It just had this do your thing and boom, do your thing, boom. It had that big explosion at the end kind of situation that made it so good. I'm going to say not as interesting as it could be, but yet this is not a boring deck. And I did say it was a little bit boring. It's a little bit boring. All right, what can I say? I'm just mixed, man. I don't know how to call it. Let's add this up. Is it competitive? Absolutely, which puts it into the A category. All the rest of this, I'm going to just say that it's a straight A, just because it's so good, but a little on the boring side. Sorry, it can't be an A+, but it deserves it. It deserves it. All right, so there we go. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.